Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Okay, so this is probably the second time in one day that I'm gonna get back on live and say what I gotta say. But I wanted to play this video, this last portion of CTV's live from last night. Because in my previous live that I just did, it did not play the audio. So I'm going to fix that by playing the audio here. Okay. Oh, and this is covered under fair use. Okay, so here we go.
I'll be going to Puerto Rico. I'll be having fun, enjoying my life. I promise you. So that's another reason why I'm not creating a backup page, because by the time I'm home, I know that this situation will be resolved. Thank you.
So that is the Knots platform, you guys. So just I'm gonna drop his link in the chat. My moderators can rotate it for those of you who are interested.
Thank you. I owe you.
No,
I'm
you
telling
don't.
you in front of, yeah, but like, if people support me without like me having to ask and it's not
I'm
forced,
gonna
I
tell you
feel
what
like I owe
support.
them.
I'm gonna tell you what support and are paying it forward or paying it back to me looks like. It looks like you're not attempting to throw me under the bus in a
Right.
conversation with someone that has nothing to do with me, and you using a false equivalency in some way to justify your own situation with William.
Okay, perfect. Give me 1 second. Let me ask you a question. Have I ever had a conversation with you about any of these people, or was yesterday the first time you heard me telling you and talking about certain things?
Any of what people, to be
And
exact.
have I ever, besides the whole situation, the fallout with Perry and Sherelle, have I ever told you about my specific beats with this person, that person? Do we even have those type of conversations?
You have those conversations with me. I don't have those conversations with you.
Okay, so what conversation specifically did I have with you? Like, no, besides
Now you do realize that you're asked. Uh, you are. I want you to think about what you're asking me, and then I want you to think about me answering those things truthfully.
okay, so yes. Here, okay. And this is what it is, right? Before any of these characters came into play about putting out my quote unquote business and doxing me, you and I had conversations about setting up a date and time to have that to be put out there before any of it, right? Right or wrong?
I'm
With
sorry.
the
I was in
what?
the chat. Say that again.
Okay, so you recall we were supposed to do basically a live where I was self-doxing. Remember? Where I was gonna self.
Now, I want to be clear. This is not a this is drama. Ooh, girl. Ooh, no, 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 no. I want this to be a case study. So I'm probably gonna edit the title after this live is over to be a little bit more tangent to what I think is Denot's real personality underneath the brashness, underneath the I'm gonna tell it like it is, and you ain't gonna dot. This is who Denot really is underneath all of that. So this is not me saying I'm being messy or nothing like that, because that's not what this is. This is literally me pointing out what I perceive to be one of Denot's major flaws. Now, this is coming from somebody who is a life coach. So this is one of his major flaws. He is, I'll let CTV tell you, because, and I'm gonna stop and start it again just so that I can give my commentary, so I'm not talking over the video. So I will stop and start it, and if that's not your kind of thing, that's fine. Just let me know. Okay. So this particular conversation is around a separate situation from my own. And I want you guys to get a whiff of why Janot is the way that he is and why he thought CTV out in the first place. And then we're going to possibly discuss it and see where we can go from there. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So because we had that conversation before any of these people and these characters got involved, I may have mentioned certain people and certain things, but it wasn't like I was just sitting there talking about this, this, and this, and that. I didn't do that. I never gave you my opinion about anybody that I talked to or that was going on in the background. If I've given you my opinion, I've given it to my entire platform at the same time. Like, we was always talking about self-doxing or anything other than fucking YouTube. Like, so I don't want people to feel like that I hit you up and we talking about some fucking YouTube or that I'm talking about some drama on YouTube. I handle my own shit. So that's what I don't want people
But
to
you just told
misconstrue.
these same people, fuck me, you don't fuck with me because I apparently don't fuck with you for whatever reason that drove
Yeah.
you to
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you what it was. Because you and I had discussed a plethora of times about me self-exposing things, getting ahead of this bullshit because I've been through it, right? So when I was hitting you up, we never talked about a date. It was I'm going on vacation. We'll do it soon. I wasn't sure if I was even gonna be on YouTube during this whole time. My moms can tell you, right? And so during the time when I was hitting you up, these people were attacking me and doing what we were supposed to do. So when I was hitting you up, this is what I was hitting you up about. And then I was like, fuck it. I know conscience got.
So let's start off with the first question that I want to ask Denot. Because I'm sure CTV is like, that's not what this is. This is not a dragon session or nothing like that. This is literally me wanting to help my audience to be a little bit more engaged into a case study like a Janat, a YouTuber who is for the meth, but I think deep down he has some deep-seated issues with being invalidated above all else, and I think that he is searching for those validations through other means. So that could mean coming on CTV and what he just now said, which is exposing people for doxing him or whatever. This just gets to the heart of who Denot really, really is. Um, Let me see if I can change the title of this. You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna leave it as it is, and I'll change it later. Um, but this last session, this like last portion of the live, is what I really wanted to focus on because this really kind of shows, as I said, who the not really is underneath all of that. So if you guys can hear the audio, let me know. If you can't, we're gonna have to figure something else out. But this last portion is very, very important because it gives us a window into who he is. Okay.
I know goddamn well see all this bullshit that's going on.
So my question to Donat is this: Why do you need validation from CTV? What is it about CTV that you think is going to help you along in your YouTube career? Because if I know anything about CTV, He's not going to go looking and fishing for drama. He's made that perfectly clear to you. You brought your shit to him. Let's continue.
And all these people doing this when we
you
discussed going over this. That's why I was like, you don't fuck with me, because everything that they were saying and doing, spinning a false narrative, you and I had already.
Do not. Aren't you also the very same person that likes spinning a false narrative? I just got through on my last live exposing you for spinning a false narrative about me. So you're a goddamn hypocrite.
Already was talking about it over with so that we can get ahead of it, so that these people cannot use it for clout.
And let me be clear, I am not a fan of doxing people. I'm not a fan of putting personal people's information out there. I am not a fan of that. I want to be absolutely clear. However, Donat has shown himself to be, in this particular moment, a hypocrite. Because on the one hand, he did not like it when people put information out about him that was not true, but he did it to somebody else that he didn't even know or even ask about. So you got your come up. You got your come up.
Okay,
that's why I was upset.
So let's go all the way back. When me and you first came into contact, I made it pretty clear to you that I was not interested in beefing generally, because that's not what I do with my YouTube channel, which is reflected in my actual catalog of videos. I actually talk to my people about pop culture, shit going on in the news world, etc. You took it upon yourself to continue to bring things happening to you, to me. And at one point, you also brought something that some raggedy bitch said to you about me to me. And I reiterated that I don't give a fuck. The only person that I actually windmill for and that I invest my time into defending is my mentor. And I don't even defend myself. Out of all the hundreds of people that talk shit about me and call me a hoe, a prostitute, a witch, a devil worshiper, I mean, you name it. I've been called it all. And I literally do not give a fuck, which is why.
Okay, so I get what you're saying.
Hold on. I'm not finished. Now, out of common courtesy, you continue to bring your stuff to me. At some point, you got so distressed that you wanted.
So my question to Donat is why? Why would you bring in your stuff that was happening to you to Conscious TV? Why were you bringing stuff that Conscious TV really doesn't give a fuck about? That was happening to you, to him. This goes back to trying to find validation and trying to fish and maybe perhaps get a little clout out of that. Maybe perhaps steal some audiences away from Conscious TV. You know, maybe we don't know. But that's very shady to me that you would sit there and weirdly insinuate that this man was caping and bringing up a situation that was irrelevant to the discussion and throwing Conscious TV under the bus for it. When I was the one you was dealing with, Donat. Moving along.
To speak through my platform about those things. Now, like you said, we discussed it happening generally. It was dawning upon a weekend. You were also going on vacation. I also told you I don't even live stream on Saturdays, etc. Pow, 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 pow. You went and did an interview with Dear Yvette, etc. We never revisited it after that. There was not a conversation between me and you after said weekend had came and gone. Now, before you got to saying fuck CTV, our last interaction was
I just want to note that the statement fuck CTV, the not statement, it seemed to me like it was coming out of a place of insecurity, and it was coming out of a place of I'm in my feelings because you're not paying attention to me. So basically, it was a pick Nisha type of moment. That's why he said it. And as CTV is about to explain, he had his own shit to deal with in real life outside of Dante, of Denat. So, what's the fucking problem?
the same as it had always been, which is we were good. You said fuck CTV because you had been calling CTV for the past few days, and CTV did not return your phone call.
Yeah, because them niggas
now,
was fucking with me on some shit that you and I was supposed to be doing.
Right, but while you were being fucked with, I was actually in real court hearings about shit going on with me. The other bitches I put in.
Oops. 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 He doesn't owe you a fucking explanation, Denat. That's where the entitlement of you starts to arrive. That's where I feel like he should be talking to me about something that I'm going through. Well, Conscious has other shit he has to deal with. Like, it's not even on that level. Like, you're so worried about what other people think about you that, oh my God, this is the lowest. I have never seen a grown ass man get on YouTube, have a peripheral of following, then try to utilize another platform and don't even realize that like this like CTV doesn't owe you anything. Like he goes on to say that too. He goes on to left. He did it out of common courtesy, not that he owed you anything. I told y'all he gets this game fucking twisted. He thinks people owe him shit. That's where that entitlement comes from. That's why he said fuck CTV. Because to be honest with you, it was a sense of entitlement because CTV was not responding to him. He felt like he could go out of his way and say fuck CTV because he wasn't responding to me. So I'm gonna go on a platform and say fuck CTV. That's why you are an entitled brat.
Me in the middle of. While you were worried about me answering the phone for you, I had me to deal with, and you weren't the only phone call I wasn't taking. Now, I had already addressed you one time before about getting your feelings, and you assuming the worst when we had a phone call and my phone hung up, and then you sent me that email, oh, I thought you was cool, etc. And my phone had died and simply disconnected us. And I said, do not. You need to, like, you are ready to find faults, and you're going to lose fast as a result. So here it is. There was another manifestation of you assuming the worst, maybe because you are used to people assuming the worst about you. Maybe you're used to people just running off and leaving you in the dust. Maybe you're used to etc. But I reminded you, me and you are just getting to know each other. And I just told you this the other night. Me and you are building an association. I don't owe you anything. I'm very clear about that. I'm very clear about what I don't owe you. I'm very clear about everything that, whether it was me financially contributing to your platform, whether it was me allowing you on my platform, whether it was me sharing your content, these are all things that I've done of my own free will. Not that I have to, not that I should, not that you have to reciprocate, not that I have to fucking do it. I'm very clear about what I don't and do have to do, but I want you to be clear about what I don't owe you, because I'm clear about what I do.
Right. Hold on. Let's back up, because I don't like certain things being said so people can misconstrue. So I have shared.
So, Janot, you just said, let me back up. I don't like certain things being said so that people can misconstrue. A goddamn liar. A goddamn liar. That is, you literally did that exact same thing to me. You assumed something. You assumed that I was in the chat cussing you out, and I was not. That was not even me. I was not even in the damn chat. So what the fuck are you on about? And all of a sudden, now you want to throw the one motherfucker who gave you a space to say, you know what, come onto the platform. But here are the conditions. I'm just getting to know you. We're just building an association. And did not, based on what I'm hearing from Conscious TV, it sounds like did not is like that boyfriend, that dating partner that, like, you start moving too fast and you start saying shit, and you get mad, and the boyfriend gets mad at you because you're not responding to his text or to his call, and he had and all that good stuff, and you know your ass is busy as fuck, got other shit to do. That's who did not remind me of. Quick to assume so much shit. Quick to find fault with everybody else but his own. That is why you will fall as a result of that behavior. Do not grow up.
Issues and situations with CTV. CTV has not shared issues and situations about what he's going through with anybody else, nor have I asked him. And if I knew something, I never made it a point to point that out. You understand what I'm saying? Or what I said on my own platform. I said, and I think I deleted the video, I'm sorry, but I said, I fuck with CTV because I tested CTV. And I asked about something and pretending I didn't know. And I was like, that's real, because CTV is not going to do that. So therefore, right. So and I said on my platform, I said, therefore,
let's just be super clear. You asked me about Armand Wiggins. You've already spoken about that and shared that on your platform. And even though I don't personally deal with Armand Wiggins. I told you to get to know him for yourself. If
Exactly.
following you, if he's giving you a follow, he's paying attention to you, that's super dope. If you like him, build with him, etc. It was what it was.
And just so we're clear, because everybody is so messy here. And around this time is when I was hitting Armand up, and I was like, "Yo, I'm about to put on my community wall. Is Armand a good friend? Ha ha ha." So this is what I was trying to figure out. It wasn't like any gossip because I didn't let CTV know about that I knew about the video. We didn't even have a discussion about that because there was no need.
You did, because you told me that that's how you even came to know me, was because of you was following him and you saw him think he was dragging me, and that's how you discovered me.
Right. I mean, that's it. It wasn't like,
and that's what made you ask me about him privately, because I was already aware, like you was aware of what it was, and I mean, and it wasn't a problem. Like, I mean, because I don't give a damn. Like, I'm never gonna tell people, because I don't fuck with none of these people for real any fucking way. So I could give a fuck less what people are, who the fuck with each other, etc. I'm not trying to be friends per se with no bitch on the internet. I've kind of transcended that. I've been through enough fuck shit with so-called people that were so-called friends and acquaintances. I had to learn the hard way on the internet about how this game really is on the internet. So now I'm very clear about not getting invested. So not invested that you can go sit up with the ops. I wouldn't give a fuck. That would never be a discussion between you or I. Never be a discussion. I'm not even invested to the point where it will be a discussion.
Right. And Armand don't want the mess. He's been adamant about that. He's not interested in saying nobody's name. It's like he's like tired, like like Jaguar Wright's family tired when it comes to mess. I just want to be clear about that. So I wasn't asking CTV that to trigger up any mess. It was just like I was just like trying to figure some shit out because I wouldn't
know if he's a good friend or not. I've never been friends with him.
But I asked that question on my community wall, and like roughly 85% of the people said yes. But anyways.
Well, nobody wanted to personally come up. No, CTV and art. There is no problem.
No.
The solution is.
And I hate when you bring up somebody's name just once in a passing conversation. It becomes this big deal because y'all are messy in the audience. There's no problem. We just clearly spelled it out. What are you talking about?
There is no issue. There was an issue. The issue.
Whole lot of other people business said if you smart, you would stay away from donut. No, if you want entertainment, you would come to Deny, because I would never take none of this shit serious.
I can already see that Donut is ungrateful. Okay.
What?
Me and Donut are not on the same page in terms of how.
What? No.
And him throwing me under the bus here today.
When did I throw you under the bus?
See, that gaslighting shit that Donut likes to do. When did I do this? When did I do that? Yo, you literally did it when I was holding your ass to the fire about what you said and your insult in the previous live the night before. When all that shit went to hell, yeah. You don't get to play the mind fuck games and then when you're being held accountable, try to play in fame being a victim. When did I do that? I can't stand when motherfuckers do that. They make me fucking sick.
By bringing up a little, like you brought up something that didn't even have any bearing.
No, hold on. No, I brought that up. I brought that up to give anecdotal context. So the anecdotal context is when somebody says something and addressed you in the chat, like it was at that time, even though it might not be a problem now, but at that time, it was something that you would rather address. Even when somebody came up to my panel, you came up and addressed it, right? So my thing is,
Yeah, but you
if
sent
somebody
me the
does
link to come and address it. Like
right,
that, like,
right.
that's not something that I do. Like I don't,
Okay,
I don't
but
like that weirdo could have sat on your panel all night. You sent me the link when he got up there. You wanted me to come and address
because I don't like
I
nobody
happen to
talking shit
have
about nobody
time,
that can't defend
and
them.
I also happen to have time before I did. But I don't go looking to address nobody because I don't give a
Right.
fuck about none of these bitches. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, but you're going off on a tangent and we're moving away from you're moving the
It's not even
goalposts.
a tangent.
You're moving.
Once again, once the motherfucking kin does not like being held accountable. Conscious TV has made it perfectly clear who he is, what he expects out of this association with Denot, and Denot keep backpedaling and pussy popping. Okay? So he's saying you're moving the goalpost, but the thing is, Denot, and this is where you need to do a little bit more soul searching here and be a little bit more honest with yourself, because Conscious has made it clear to you what the expectation was with him. And every step of the way, you have violated that. By you bringing up something that was not relevant to our conversation and throwing him under the bus by saying he's a cat and bringing up that irrelevant situation which you personally had nothing to do with.
Moving the goalposts.
It's not moving the goalpost. You brought
No,
up me addressing Adriana's
no,
report, who addressed me.
I didn't listen.
Me and her
You're
cleared
moving
it up in your chat.
but you're moving the
You and
goalposts.
William got up. You and William got up here today. He literally told you you misread him because unlike Adriana's report, whose comment was directed toward me, and I cleared her, and then we moved on, but you didn't even know what was going on because
I got the screenshot.
That's how much it was clear. I'm talking about between me and Adriana's report.
Right, but what
she
I'm
was
saying
in your chat. I was in her chat.
But
okay,
Conscious,
now
you're moving the goalposts.
Unlike
because the point is
not a goal. You moved the goalpost by inserting a relevant situation into the.
Can I talk? Yo, can I talk just for a second? Right. What I'm saying is anecdotal context for how you would put yourself in my shoes. That's why I brought it up, right? So if you, regardless of who it was,
it's not a.
All right, I'm good.
You win. Equivalency. False fucking equivalency. You're talking about a motherfucker who addressed me directly in your chat. I addressed her back. We cleared it up. It wasn't even a thing. And you're equating your anecdotal receiving to you getting up here today and someone talking to you directly and saying you got at them wrong, and they actually came up there to agree with you.
Okay. So let me ask you a question.
Equivalent anecdotal experiences.
So let me ask you a question. If somebody say some fucked up shit about you in the chat,
well, that fucked up shit that he believed was me. I cleared that up in my last live. I got the receipt. I pulled the receipt. The person that he's referring to is Cat Williams Perm. That's the individual that he responded to. I was nowhere near that fucking chat. I was nowhere near that fucking argument. He conflated the two and got me mixed up in his bullshit with Cat Williams Perm. That's the individual that was talking to him and did not responded back. Okay? So I want to make that clear. I was nowhere in that motherfucking chat. I was on the panel. Okay, go watch my last live if y'all have not already done so, because I cleared that shit up immediately so that nobody is confused as to who's the most disrespectful motherfucker on these YouTube streets regarding my situation with Donat. And it's fucking Donat. So he conflated the two different people and combined me and Cat Williams Perm into one motherfucking person. How the fuck does that make sense?
And you see it, you know it, you catch wind of it, you're gonna let them sit on the stage and play with you, even if they booty clapping. Yes.
So here's the thing. Denot again is under the assumption that Cat Williams Perm is the same as William Morris. He has the screenshot of Cat Williams Perm, not the talk with William Morris. I did respond to him after that whole live went straight to hell. Like hours later, I woken up and I had seen what everybody was talking about. I did respond to him and I did tell him you needed to read the motherfucking room because I was not even checking for you like that. That was not disrespect, sir. Okay? As I told you, and as conscious cleared up with you, it was an agree. I was on my way to agreeing with you. Cat Williams Perm. Let me be fucking crystal clear. Cat Williams Perm was the one that was fucking with you. They're not. This goes back to what Conscious was saying. You assume the worth and you do not double check what the fuck. You do not double check who the fuck it is that was talking to you. Cat William Perm is not the talk with William Morris. We are two completely different people. Get off of that.
Yes or no?
I am, and I've done so.
See, man, you ain't cut me. We cut from this different cloth. You're not gonna play with me, and you done said some fucked up shit about me.
I've been on YouTube enough, and I've had a live chat enough to know that people will do all of that yappa dabba doing in the chat. But if somebody actually puts themselves in a position to show up in my space by hitting the link, and they're respectfully engaging me, I'm not using whatever they said in the chat to get at them. If they came up to talk to me about an entirely separate situation, I'm going to meet them in that conversation they want to have there and then.
No, a whole lot of other people business. I'm actually very educated, and I'm just playing a character right now.
You say you don't care about Denai. It's me and you up here talking. You keep saying you don't care about the chat, but you all up and through the chat.
No, I'm just letting them know that I'm very much aware. So
you and William don't like each other. That's cool. Y'all gonna stay away from each other. And you and Miss Barbara, I guess, gonna do the same. And you're going to continue the vacation. And by the time you come home from vacation, the situation with you and Dust Mite will be wrapped up and life will go on.
Pretty much. So yeah.
All right, well, that's a wrap. Go enjoy your vacation. Be safe.
All right.
And that was the nut, you guys. Subscribe. I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow. With that,
All right, y'all, that is it. I wanted to show you a little bit of that last portion of the live so that you can get a little bit more, so that we can contextualize who the not really is underneath all of that brashness and the character that he's portraying himself to be online. So Denat is a real case study into insecurities and seeking validation from others and not knowing who the fuck he truly is as a person and knowing his range, knowing who he is, knowing all of that. He may not be this way in real life, but because he is portraying himself as a particular character, that's what I have a problem with. He's fake as fuck. All right, y'all. I will see y'all later. I just wanted to still. I wanted to show y'all this so that y'all can get a deeper understanding of where I was coming from and all of this because I felt that Janot really wasn't being honest enough. So this was a great example of that. Now, again, if y'all can't really hear the audio, please let me know so that I can fix it in the future when I have to share videos like this again. Okay? All right. Love you. Bye. Be fucking safe, guys. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your uh Monday night. Bye.